Hello, this is the Reverend Patricia Hart, Developmental Minister of the CU Society of Burlington, and this is another in the series of video updates I've been doing during this pandemic time. Today is March 24th, so it is definitely spring. It's damp and chilly today. It's going to be in the 50s tomorrow, and projected there will be snow on Sunday. It is such an adventure living in Vermont. It is also something of an adventure being in the meeting house these days. There's a lot going on in your meeting house. Here's just a glimpse. I want to tell you that, first of all, on Sunday mornings these days, we are inviting and hoping that 50 people will register and join us during the service. 50 people is not a full sanctuary, but it is enough to feel like we're really celebrating together and singing together. And it is a delightful experience. And also downstairs in the community room and the classrooms and starting soon upstairs in the classrooms too, Erica Reef has restarted the faith development program for children. The youth group's been meeting this whole time, but the children have not been. And it was such a wonderful thing to have 25 or so parents and children be in the building with us downstairs last week for an open house. Some of these kids, none of them have been in the building for the last 2 years, but some of them have actually become part of the congregation during this time. So it was really the first time that they were seeing their spaces. That will all begin and grow over the next couple of months. And there's lots of information about those programs on the website. And if you have any questions, you can, of course, send an email to Erica Reef. So if you are a person who would like to be in worship in person, because watching on a screen just doesn't quite do it for you, you can do that. Just go to uusociety.org, look for the description of the coming week's service, and click on the link, which is in that message. Registering is easy. It allows us to limit the total number of people in the building and to confirm that everyone is vaccinated as much as they can be. We spread out through the sanctuary during the service. We wear masks, except for the one person who's speaking at a time. The ventilation system has been adjusted to make it a very safe place for us to be. And I've discovered that singing with a mask on is not so bad. It is a wonderful thing. I'm really glad that every single week now at this society, people can choose to attend in person or remotely. And that is all about making our worship programs, the center of this congregation, accessible to more people here and elsewhere. We imagine, we hope that we will continue to increase the number of people, capacity, and perhaps modify other programs, other policies too. Watch for the updates about that. And know that every single Wednesday at 5:15, the Love and Justice Vigil is continuing. Choir rehearsal has restarted in person. Some groups are beginning to meet in person in the meeting house. Many more are continuing on Zoom. It's all good. If you'd like to reserve a space or if you have questions, you can also find the form to do that on the website, or you can email Mary Williams. We are also at this point pretty much 3/4 of the way through the adventure of stewardship during pandemic times. Christina Fulton sent out an email update on how we're doing just today. Take a few minutes, if you would. Go into Realm, check your profile and check your financial commitment and consider increasing it, if you would. Maybe by 5.9%, which is the cost of living. That's what Peter and I did when we adjusted our amount that we're going to give in the coming year. You might be able to do that. You might be able to give less than 5.9%. You might be able to give a great deal more or a great deal less, or leave everything as it is. All of that is up to you. And you can just do nothing and not respond, in which case what happens is that the amount that you're currently committed to giving is the amount that you will continue to be committing to giving. Your support, your financial support makes an enormous difference. Well, it makes the biggest difference in some ways. We couldn't do any of this without people being involved, and we can't really do it without financial support too. So thank you. I also want you to know that the board is hard at work, your board of trustees, both on two big projects, both on the auction, which is getting organized and will happen in April. So watch for the updates on that. Contribute something if you haven't already. There's a very exciting list of possibilities that you might be able to bid on. And you'll be hearing more about that in the next couple of weeks. And the other very big project that the board is taking on is the developing of a process to come up with a list of nominations, a list of people who might be wonderful choices to serve on the Ministerial Search Committee in the coming year. You will have opportunities to participate in that. The board is committed to it, either by survey or phone call or possibly a written form as well. You will be hearing about this. You'll actually get a letter in the mail and email and other opportunities. So watch for that, because your participation in this in deciding and shaping the next chapter of this society, it makes all the difference. It is an honor. It continues to be an honor for me to serve as your developmental minister at this UU Society. The work challenges me and inspires me every day. You challenge me and inspire me every day. Thank you so much for being a part of this congregation, and I really hope to see you soon. Take care.